Do you know how Musk became a billionaire? It actually wouldn't have been possible without a man behind him, Homer. With this benefactor's help, his business empire expanded at an extraordinary pace. One day, a spaceship landed in Homer's backyard. As the hatch slowly opened, Tesla CEO Musk appeared before everyone. Homer was utterly shocked at the sight. Upon seeing his idol, he dropped to his knees right then and there. Even though Musk hadn't yet become the world's richest man at the time, this single moment alone made countless people adore him. The Simpson family warmly hosted Musk, who then explained why he had shown up. He was suffering from a creative block and could no longer produce groundbreaking work like Tesla. That's why he had been flying around the world in a spaceship, searching for inspiration. After hearing this, Homer immediately invited Musk to visit the nuclear power plant, and Musk agreed right away. The next day, they drove to the plant together. Musk used a notebook to jot down ideas along the way, but he wasn't satisfied with anything he came up with after hours of effort. Frustrated, he tossed the crumpled notes aside in the car. It was then that a single comment from Homer sparked inspiration in Musk. In real life, Beyond Meat, the plant-based meat stock invested in by Musk, truly brought him enormous wealth. Once the two arrived at the nuclear power plant, Musk carefully observed and documented Homer's work. Just then, Mr. Burns, who was making his rounds, walked by. He recognized Musk instantly, stepped forward to greet him, but was ignored. Instead, Musk turned to talk to Homer.
Homer, what are you thinking now?
Pittsburgh 35, Dallas 31.
Mr. Burns wasn't about to let this chance to recruit a talent slip away. He immediately offered Musk a job, but Musk refused. After all, money was the last thing he needed. Quickly shifting tactics, Mr. Burns decided to trick Musk out of some money. He invited the two to his office, hoping to strike a partnership with Musk to make a profit together. Homer, standing nearby, warned Musk not to be used by his boss, but Musk didn't care. Instead, he even offered Mr. Burns advice on the plan. Musk's proposal made Smithers uneasy. He voiced his concerns, but Mr. Burns dismissed them outright. Smithers couldn't stop thinking about it even while he was trying to sleep, so he got up and went to see Mr. Burns. By then, however, Mr. Burns only had making money on his mind. To get rid of this nuisance, he let his dog loose on Smithers. The money-making scheme went ahead as planned. Before long, Springfield was transformed into a modern city. First, a high-speed train loop was built around the town. Then, all residents' vehicles were replaced with self-driving cars. Watching electricity consumption rise across all industries filled Mr. Burns with delight. He knew his wallet would grow fatter and fatter. What he didn't expect, though, was the quarterly meeting result. The project had zero profits and a total loss of $50 million. Mr. Burns was stunned.
No.
Only then did Mr. Burns realize the truth. Musk only cared about putting his ideas into practice, while all the losses fell on Mr. Burns himself. He immediately called an employee meeting and urgently terminated the partnership with Musk. Since the project had caused severe losses to the company, he announced massive layoffs. As a result, the town was plunged into a new round of economic depression. People fought with homeless people over food. Without jobs, many couldn't afford rent and became homeless. Seeing this, Homer felt upset and blamed Musk for everything. After talking to Marge, Homer decided to end his friendship with Musk. He believed this was the only way to help the townspeople get back to normal lives. The next day, Homer went to Musk's office. What he didn't know was that Mr. Burns had hired 3 experienced hitmen who were secretly aiming at them from the adjacent building. As gunshots rang out, Musk instinctively moved to protect Homer. This made it even harder for Homer to say what he had come to say, but for the sake of the townspeople, he finally spoke his mind. Musk understood completely and said his final goodbye to Homer. The Simpson family saw Musk off, and he put on his spacesuit to embark on his round-the-world journey once again. When he reached outer space, he opened his space log to record the events of the past few days. Then he took out a USB drive he had been carrying with him. On it was the last idea Homer had given him and the most profound memory of this chapter in his life.